the Board of Works meeting to order. Introduce myself. I'm Councilman Matt Dyer. I also serve as Mayor Pro Tem. I'm running this meeting for the mayor, but I'm not a voting participant in this meeting. Okay, first item on the agenda is a Merit Center lease renewal.
Can we do minutes, please?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the prior meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Now we'll go on to Merit Center lease renewal.
So this is a straight lease renewal for Bowen Health, and they rent 1,187 square feet within the Merit Center at $5.25 per square foot annually, which breaks down to a total annual rent of $6,232 or a monthly total of $519. And that renewal will begin the first day of July and end the 30th of June 2027. They've been leasing from the Merit Center for the last several years. So I would just need a motion to approve the lease and authorize mayor to sign.
So moved.
Second.
Motion to second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Great. Next item on the agenda, the Decatur Police Department requesting permission to renew a lease for printers and copiers. Chief Gerber's here.
Good.
Our lease for our printer,
Kevin, can you make sure that that is on?
yeah, it looked like it was ready.
Thank you.
Our lease for our main copier and printer is up in September.
Thank you.
So the representative from ABM
Thank you.
met with us. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
About our current printer. So we have the main copier printer in the PD, and then we have a few standalone printers, like in the detective's office. My office has one. The main copier, the lease is up in September. If we want to keep that one, the option is we have to buy it. It'll be north of $10,000 to buy it, and then we would also be responsible for all maintenance, toner, maintenance calls on it. There's always maintenance back there, sorry. If we move forward with a new lease agreement, we would receive a new copier. It's all the toner, maintenance, all that is included with the service contract. So it's the same as what we're doing right now. It would just be re-upping. The equipment is new. The printers we keep that we currently have, they're only about at half-life, and they suggested we keep them, and they're going to keep them on the maintenance agreement, so they'll continue to supply toner and take care of any maintenance needs on them. But being that it's signing a new lease, to bring it in front of you guys for permission.
I was just talking to him prior to the meeting, and also Aaron over here. I was just hoping that maybe we could get a city's price. So if you don't mind, take a little bit of time and check and see what we can get through the discount through the whole city instead of just at your department. I know that Kurt had to get a separate copy machine for his office because he's got much larger paperwork and stuff that he has to do for the plan commission and all that stuff. But if you don't mind, if you would take an extra step and just see if we can save some money on that and then get on the same program as the city, I think it just, hopefully the larger volume that we do would be economies of scale.
Do we know if anyone else city-wise leases through ABM like this? Or are we doing this?
And not that I'm aware of. We'd have to look into it. Craig just brought it to my attention. I think it's a great idea to look across, all the departments, get them all on the same and see if we can get some kind of discount. It would just take some research, obviously.
And thank you for bringing this to our attention in June instead of the end of August. I appreciate your looking into it now. But if you don't mind, if you
Yep,
think
I can
that's
reach out
fair.
to him
And if
tomorrow.
this bid, how long is this bid good for?
Till September.
Oh.
He seemed very laid back and easy to work with. So,
Okay. So if you don't mind, we just do a little bit more investigation and check into that. I hate to have you come back and bring it up again, but it shouldn't take much. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it, Kevin.
Did we wanna keep Kevin up here for the retirement, and Ann, do you wanna remind everyone regarding the sign-in sheet in the back?
I
Yes,
didn't see a sign-in sheet.
It's there now.
it's
Okay.
there now. So we'll do the, really, like the making a matter of record, the, letter of resignation, or retirement for Chris Bright. And then he'll make an announcement as to his replacement, so allow him
Okay.
to do that. We'll do the retirement letter.
Okay, next we have a notice of retirement. This came from Kevin Gerber. To Kevin Gerber. Dear Kevin Gerber, Chief of Police, please accept my letter as formal notification of my retirement from the Decatur Police Department effective June 18, 26. After 32 years, 2 months, and 14 days of dedicated service in law enforcement, I've decided to close this chapter and begin my retirement. Serving as a police officer and protecting the citizens of Decatur, Indiana has been a privilege. I am grateful for the unwavering support I have received from my fellow officers, department leadership, and community throughout my career. The camaraderie, shared hardships, and triumphs I have experienced with this department are memories I will carry with me forever. Over the coming 3 weeks, I will remain fully committed to my duties. Please let me know how I can best assist with the transition of my responsibilities, whether training personnel, wrapping up pending paperwork, or turning in my equipment. Thank you for your leadership, guidance, and opportunity to serve alongside such a dedicated group of professionals. I wish the Decatur Police Department and all those members continued safety, success, and prosperity in the future. Sincerely, Chris Bright, Deputy Chief of Police. And with that, Kevin Gerber has some more police-related news.
We'll make that a matter of.
Do we make that a matter of record?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
and I'd just like to add on the record that Chris Bright's one of the most loyal, dedicated men I know. An incredibly strong work ethic, and he's always been very community driven. This community will never know the sacrifices he's made and the thankless work he's done to make sure everyone stays safe. It'll be different working without him. I've worked my whole career with him, so this will be different moving forward. Moving forward, the mayor has chosen Derek Loshi as the next deputy chief for the department. And Derek's currently the patrol lieutenant, and he will be sworn in this Friday morning, June 19th,
Okay.
Here.
here,
What time's that?
9 a.m.
Thank you.
Do we need to make that a matter of record? Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. It'd be
I'll
a
make
good
that a matter of record.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, congratulations. Both of them.
How long is his career? How many years overall? His years
Chris,
yeah. No, different area. You're back.
Derek has been on the department since October of 2012.
This is his first time since the police business, 2012. He was a newcomer.
He was a jail officer at Allen County prior to that. I don't recall for how long, and a reserve officer.
Okay.
Next on our agenda is another resignation,
Retirement.
retirement. Excuse me. Like the man, short and sweet. Notice of my retirement. My last day will be July 2nd. I have spent most of my life working for the city of Decatur, and I hope I have impacted the city favorably. I think that we all do to produce clean, safe drinking water has been a success. I think I'm leaving the water department in good hands. Thanks for all the years of employment. Bill Carpenter. Signed 6/2/26. 49 years, I believe, with the city. And to be commended. Thank you, Bill. Make that a matter of record.
I'll make a motion to make that a matter of record.
I'll second.
Motion second. All in favor.
Aye.
Do that.
We'll clap for him at the next meeting when he's here. Okay. Next, Innovative Integration Master Service Agreement. Aaron takes the lead on this.
I do. This is just a master service product agreement for innovative integration. At the last meeting, Board of Works authorized to move on with Integrative for some IT support in the near future. This is just their master service and product agreement that they supply to all of their customers, if you will. I know Amy had a chance to review it. I believe it's good to go, and we just need
An authorization.
authorization to sign, correct?
Correct.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next on the agenda, State of Indiana and the City of Decatur agreed findings and final judgment on an NDOT bridge project Ann's been working on.
Yes, so several months ago, it was proposed for NDOT. They had approached the city originally regarding potential easements, for use while they were doing the bridge overlay project. It then turned into a request to purchase certain parcels or strips of land around and under the bridge. When the transition from an easement to the purchase occurred, it was recognized that the exact area where they wanted to buy the land would impact and prohibit the city from ever being able to develop an underbridge trail that would connect the north side near Riverside to the trailhead for the River Greenway Trail. And so that spurred quite a bit of back and forth and debate. And because of where the project was time-wise, NDOT went ahead and filed eminent domain cases. We've been cooperative and working with them throughout the process. And rather than deeds and easements, we're working within the eminent domain cases and have secured a permanent easement or a permanent use right to go ahead and be able to build that trail extension under the bridge, even if NDOT owns it, and be able to construct it and maintain it. And that preserves future development and connection within the Parks Department. For the parcels owned by the Parks Department, there is a $9,740 amount being paid. And then for the very small portion that is owned by the city, there is compensation of $1,000. And all of that is prepared and written in and agreed findings and final judgment that I'm requesting authorization to be able to coordinate with the Attorney General's office to move forward with finalization of that project, or that matter.
I'll make a motion that you move forward.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any
Do you need
opposed?
Signature too, by the mayor?
No,
Okay,
nope,
just approval from the board.
yes, because that is actually, will be a judgment, and it will be signed by the court and then recorded. And that'll serve as the property transaction.
Okay, next on the agenda, approval acceptance of LSL water project bids.
Okay, so, these are the primary, Ben Adams is here. Ben, if you wanna come on up and help with this. So Commonwealth is our, partner on this project and, has been working, to secure all of the different, portions of the contracts, or all of the different portions of the project. So Ben, if you wanna kinda go through your recommendations and the process and everything.
Yeah, well, we,
Can you
Broke-
talk into the microphone,
yeah,
Ben?
sorry, Aaron.
Thank you.
We broke the total project up into 4 different contracts. We bid them all over a course of 2 weeks. The bid recommendations for each of the 4 contracts, I think you have in front of you. Do you want me actually to go through the contractors and all that good stuff?
If you wanna go through, because they'll have to vote on each, to accept each contract bid independently.
Okay, and I'll go through them from, and they're just labeled contract A, B, and C, and D. So, contract A is actually the the work that we're gonna be doing on Monroe Street and First Street, or Second Street, excuse me. So that is, just one whole project. We received a total of 4 bids, and the low bidder for that project was VTF Excavation out of Salina, Ohio, and their bid amount for the contract A work was $2,615,839.20. You wanna, I'll just do them all and then you can.
That's fine. And the bids came in to a
Yeah.
degree under estimate.
Yeah, and again, guys, we had incredible bids on each of the 4 contracts, we really did. And again, the engineer's estimate for that particular facet of the work was $3 million, so the little bidder was almost $400,000 under the estimate. The second contract is contract B. That work is primarily, I'll say south of Monroe Street. It's on 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. It's on Madison Street. It's on Jefferson Street. So it's, I'll say central part of the city. For this bid, we received a total of 5 bids, and they range from a low of $3,272,890 to a high bid of $4,266,601.42. The engineer's estimate for this facet of the work was $4,025,000, and the low bidder was Yardberry Companies Inc. out of Anderson, Indiana, and they put in a bid of $3,272,890. So they were $752,000 under the engineer's estimate. So again, another fabulous bid. The contract C work is Elm Street, Adams Street, as well as the looping that we're gonna do on Winchester Road. And we received a total of 5 bids for this facet of the work. The low bidder for this project was S&S Directional Boring out of Bryan, Ohio, with a unit price bid amount of $3,390,000, which our engineer's estimate for this work was $4,150,000. So again, S&S was $760,000 below the engineer's estimate. So all that led up to the final bid that we received right after our last Board of Works meeting, quite frankly. And contract D is just for service line replacements only. And I think I alluded to the fact at the last meeting that we were able to increase the size of the project just because of the great bids we got in the first 3 contracts. We added 500 additional lead service line replacements. We were still able to get a bid that was fit inside the budget. So for the contract D work, we received again a total of 5 bids. There was quite a range in these bids, I'll be the first to admit. The actual low bidder, excuse me, from the day of the bids, noticed a substantial error in their bid, and so they withdrew their bid as per the contract documents. So we're awarding to the second low bidder, and I'm suggesting we award not only the base bid, but also both of the bid alternates. And so their base bid and the second low was Watson Excavating Inc. out of Reiki, Indiana. Their base bid was $2,290,800. The engineer's estimate for the base bid was $2,465,000, so they were $174,200 below the engineer's estimate. That being said, again, we had additional monies we wished to spend, so I'm suggesting the board not only accept their base bid, but also the 2 mandatory bid alternates. And we'll arrive at a final total contract price of $7,185,925. So again, all these bids, all put together, are gonna replace quite a bit of water main in town on the streets that I alluded to. And then again, it's over 1,000 lead services that are gonna be taken out of the system at the end of the day. So again, just we got tremendous bids, and we were very fortunate. But we've reviewed all the bids for accuracy. Everybody's submitted everything they were supposed to, and I recommend the approval of the 4 bidders that I just alluded to.
Okay, thank you very much.
Ben, have you done work with all 4 bidders, or?
Four bidders we have done work with before, yes.
Okay.
And this Watson from Redkey, have you worked with them too then?
Yeah, in fact, Craig, they're doing a project right now in the city of Decatur on the south side for the Adams County Regional Sewer District.
Okay,
Sort of south of town, they're just north of 33.
okay.
200 east, 100 east, and 400 north. So, they've done a number of jobs down in Vernon too. I mean, they're familiar with the area.
Okay.
Okay.
We need a motion.
So take them one at a time, and at this point in time, the bond closing is set for June 25th, and the approval of the contracts would be subject to the bond closing.
Okay.
So, entertain a motion for contract A to, take Commonwealth's recommendation of VTF Excavation LLC of
So moved.
Salina, Ohio.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
And then we would entertain a motion for contract B for Yarberry Companies of Anderson, Indiana, again, but subject to bond closing on June 25th.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Entertain a motion for the acceptance of the contractor for contract C of S&S Directional Boring of Bryan, Ohio, subject to bond closing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay. And then entertain a motion to accept the recommendation of, for contract D for the second low bid of Watson Excavating, Inc. of Red Key, Indiana, as well as the, alternate bidders on that project. I'm looking for their name.
I am too. Who's the alternate bidder on that one?
It was all under Watson.
It's all under
Bid alternates.
Oh,
bid
okay.
alternates. Okay,
Take the base bid plus the 2 bid alternates.
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your work. Saved us a bunch of money.
Stick around for city council, cause he's gonna tell us more good news
Good.
on that.
Next, we have an engagement letter for a water project.
And that would be from my services as local bond counsel in that. That is a request from SRF, and, that has, I believe that has been shared with the board, and so I would ask that that be, approved and the mayor given authorization to sign. And that, those funds are budgeted within, the bond proceeds and within the bond project, so that is not, out of the city budget, or it would come out of bond proceeds and paid in that manner, so.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Alright, thank you.
Next, Decatur Fire Department discussion over using a broker to sell the old aerial truck. This is Chief Jeff Sheets.
So back in early January, I received an email from McQueen, who we bought our new aerial from. He has given us 2 brokers that they work through. One is Brindley Mountain, the other one is Command Fire. I've never heard of Command Fire before. Brindley Mountain I have heard from. I have not reached out to them. I was waiting for your guys' approval or recommendation. So what we have to do is we've got a 4-page plus pictures we have to take of the old aerial and send that to them, and then I don't have any details or anything on what their take would be. That all has to be figured out yet.
So the old aerial is currently still in operation.
Still in service, yes.
The new truck is being, you guys are being trained on that tomorrow, is that
No,
correct?
today was day 2. Tomorrow's
Okay.
that's why I'm probably real red. It was pretty warm today.
Okay,
Day 2, we finished today. Tomorrow's our last day. So,
okay,
and then we'll start moving equipment over and mounting equipment. I'm hoping July, 1st of July, but we have guys going on vacation, so it could be middle of July till we're actually ready to move forward with selling of it.
okay. From Board of Works perspective, the requirements would be when it is, no longer needed or in service, Board of Works would need to declare it surplus property, and then authorize, Chief Sheets to move forward with the process for, engaging a broker to be able to sell it, and then,
Have approval from the mayor.
correct.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
So you're gonna work
So-
with the 2 of them and see who gives you the best deal on the
Yes,
commission,
that's
all
what
that stuff?
If that's okay to start that process.
I would say so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
rush something.
likely at next meeting, there'll still be the need for a declaration of it being surplus property. It's not there yet
No,
because
it's
it's still,
In
It's
use.
far
still
from-
in use.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
but
you.
just getting started with the process.
But you'll have a better story for us next time.
I hope to, yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Final agenda item for Board of Works is a code enforcement issue. Do we still have that issue? Yep. Kurt Whitty's our building department, code enforcement.
Jack and Mary Birch here.
Jack's here.
You wanna have a seat up there, sir?
You gonna put it on the screen too?
No, I'm flying solo tonight. so-
Okay. I got one. You've got plenty. I guess.
So, on March 12th, code enforcement was on West Grant Street, actually was going down the alley behind West Grant Street, and came across 225 and 229 Grant Street. While driving past, they noticed, the property was pretty much full of mowers, propane tanks, ladders, baskets, numerous other items. On 3/12, Decatur Police Department delivered a accumulation of rubbish, abatement order. On 3/24, code enforcement visited the property again, and there was no noticeable progress, no changes whatsoever. On 3/25, final notice for accumulation of rubbish was delivered again by the Decatur PD. On April 7th, code enforcement visited. There's still trailers, tractors, and other equipment on both properties. Also, there are trailers and equipment that cross over the property line. These items are not parked with any order or organization. It was impossible to differentiate between items to go from the property. Mr. and Mrs. Birch own both properties, therefore notice was sent to them. The property is a little busy since it has so much, nothing's been moved. 4/7, again, we called the owner. I don't know if Brad talked to you or your wife. During the conversation, it was determined that we would allow 30 days to complete the cleanup. The extension for the cleanup would be on 5/7/2026. On 5/15, Mrs. Birch called the office and asked for a little more time to clean up. Additional time was granted. This extension was granted due to visible progress that we had seen during the recent drive-by. On April 1st, almost 2 weeks later, the front yard looked respectable. The backyard fenced-in area didn't look any better. There were still tons of weeds and parts laying around. surround the garage is visible from the alley. Final notice was issued on March 25th. Extensions have been given. The owners of the property have allowed was allowed plenty of time to clean up. On 6/2, a notice of hearing issued by the building department was delivered by the PD. On 6/16, as of today, we did another drive-by, revisited. We've seen more signs of progress, but the property has not been cleaned up totally. A lot of the weeds in the fenced-in area have been taken care of. There are less items stored in the area, but there are still items such as mowers, ladders, mini bikes, tires, and other outdoor power equipment. And that's where we're at today.
Mr. Burt, Sarah.
Yes, sir. All yours.
I bought a bigger shed. The reason that I had a small shed there that I sold, I used my brother's skid steer last weekend, and of course, I think I made a bigger mess because during use, it rained bad, made a big mud hole, so, but I've almost got the base ready for the shed to be erected. I'm paying several guys to help me erect the shed, and I'll be able to put everything in there. I collect simplicities. I don't think they're rubbish, but obviously you do. So I'll sell my John Deere tractor. If you notice it's for sale in the front yard, I can use that money to clean it up a little better. So that's where I'm at.
It's your intent to get it all in the shed, Jack? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Jack, did you pull permit for the shed?
Oh, for temporary shed?
Temporary?
Shed, well, it's on 4x4s.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
location permit required by the city.
Oh,
According to
well,
ordinance.
I'll have to do that now.
And then
That'll push me
there's,
back more.
Then there's certain setback requirements for property lines as well. So
Well,
just call my office tomorrow and we'll,
It'll be the same as Brett's beside me.
well, depends on if that was permitted either. I got a lot of sheds in town that don't get permits pulled, and they don't get put in according to what our ordinance requires.
So that'll be farther on. Alright. So you're gonna start finding me so I can't afford to do anything?
No, I'm not gonna fine you, I'm just gonna make you follow proper procedure and follow
Okay.
proper permits and then follow our ordinances for the setbacks.
So I need a permit to put in a temporary shed. Or, shed. Okay.
Correct.
Mr. Birch, when do you anticipate being able to build the shed?
Well, now I gotta get a permit, so I was gonna start
When
building it.
were you planning to get that done?
These guys could probably have it up in a couple days, but
Okay,
now.
well, would you be able to contact Mr. Whitty tomorrow to see about the requirements and see what
Yes,
happens
yes.
there? Okay, and depending on that process,
Go to your office or call you?
Yeah, you can go to my office or you can call me.
okay. Okay. I mean, typically when we have code enforcement issues that reach this level, there's oftentimes a decision to have a letter issued to the property owner with a period of time to comply before fines are levied. It is up to Board of Works to decide how to move forward there.
What's your recommendation? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
I'd be willing to go 4 weeks.
Okay.
That gives them time to get the shed up and get some other things done,
And then get it cleaned up?
but I need it done in 4 weeks.
I think the whole idea is if you just communicate with him.
Okay. Now, he was saying my trailers, I own these trailers, I can't park them on my property?
No, you can park them on your property. They have to be licensed, have to be, but yeah, they can be parked on your property. It's just, if you've got several trailers and there's a bunch of stuff on it, it's considered clutter and it does make the neighborhood look bad. It can affect property values in the neighborhood. it's nice and organized. At least some type of organization, because if you look at these pictures here, I mean, there was absolutely no organization whatsoever.
Well, I was in the midst of organizing that caused all the mess. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So we'll give them a month?
I give them a month forward.
Okay.
I'll make,
Do you want a letter from,
I mean, he's sitting here, I'll make a motion to allow for 4 weeks for him to either shut up.
Yeah, you don't have to give me a letter, I know.
Okay.
He's sitting here, so
alright?
Yeah.
it's a public meeting.
Alright,
Motion a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
alright. Thanks for being here, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Sorry, Mama.
Anything else to bring up for the Board of Works meeting?
Yes. It was brought to, Matt Schultz received an amendment to the contract related to the roundabout between the city and NDOT, and, it needs to be addressed and returned by June 30th. And so that does come before our next Board of Works meeting. The mayor is the authorized signator on those contracts. All work has been completed for the roundabout. Funds have been dispersed and paid, but there are still a number of kind of closeout issues for which Structure Point, the engineer that is working with the city on that, is still engaged with NDOT, and so there needs to be consideration for this this amendment. However, there are some terms in here that are for which we have questions, and I have reviewed the contract and I've reached out to AIM and the representative council for Accelerate Indiana Municipalities, and I'm waiting on a response. So I understand that this needs to be addressed. It may need to be something so Board of Works has the ability to go ahead and authorize the mayor to sign it, and could do so subject to, considerations provided by AIM as well as additional resources from me. But this was just brought to our attention this afternoon, so it's very new, and I do want to get some clarification on it. But
Can I make a motion to table it to the next meeting?
it has,
Well, past the
we
deadline.
don't meet until July 7th.
If they just gave it to us this afternoon, then they can wait.
So,
I mean, honestly,
it may require us to have a special meeting, because it can't, if we don't have it returned by then, they're telling us that, we're essentially in breach of our original contract. It's one of the questions I have for AIM. So, I would love to recommend to table it until the next meeting. I'm not sure that we have that luxury, and I would recommend tabling it until we can schedule a special meeting, which is going to happen regardless, because we're going to need to schedule an executive session, because that's my last point on on tonight's meeting. The city was approached with a property owner's interest to buy a portion of a parcel of property owned by the city, and this gentleman would like an opportunity to make a presentation to Board of Works and to council about how that might work. That discussion is appropriate to do in an executive session, and any decision related to real estate transactions would then need to be made in a public meeting, which would be appropriate to have a special Board of Works session anyway, and could likely be scheduled before the July 7th meeting, and this could be added to an agenda for a special Board of Works meeting.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, I can get with with you to schedule, to coordinate the executive session and to get a special meeting set for Board of Works to be able to kind of reconsider this. So if you'd like to table the contract amendment for the moment.
Motion to table till our executive meeting.
Well, yeah, till a special meeting.
Or
Yeah.
special executive.
Motion second, all in favor?
Okay.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay.
Motion to adjourn. We done, Dan or Dom? We done?
Ian, would you like to just
Matt?
let everybody know they can sign up and the meeting will start in 10 minutes?
Yes, so, we have a significant number of people welcome. We're getting ready to transition between our Board of Works meeting, and we generally take about a 10-minute period of time before our council meeting starts. There are various reasons why many of you may be here. If you intend to address City Council at any point during the public comment session, there is a sign-up sheet outside the door, or maybe being passed around. And so I would encourage you to please sign up to be able to speak. We do have a public hearing scheduled at 7 o'clock. So we will basically come into our council meeting, do the Pledge of Allegiance, approve minutes, and then almost immediately suspend the meeting to hold the public hearing and then resume our council meeting. So just to give all of you a little bit of a framework as to what to expect in the next few minutes here. But again, if you're going to speak and would like to make a public comment, please sign in. That'll be brought up here, and then we'll try and keep it as orderly as possible. So.
And
All right.
if you sign up to speak and then it comes around and you choose not to speak because someone else made your point, that's okay too. But if you think you might speak, please. It's more we want to have a record of who's here.
And then the other part with public comment, it is a public comment. It's generally not considered a question and answer. We encourage questions and answers, but those are generally done outside of the meeting. So the public comment is reserved for just that, and each person will be allotted a 2-minute period of time to speak. And our rules, I think, are posted clearly on the council chamber's door. So appreciate all of you being here. Thank you.
So at this time, I'll close the
I'll make a motion to adjourn the Board of Works meeting.
I'll second.
motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. We'll start the meeting in 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Tyler, you got one of these to sign. I'll put it on your desk.
So, public hearing. Then can we get the Bright family up here so they can leave? Then move on to the rest.